Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 with the Historical Immersion Project as Aragon. In the last episode we won another holy war for the Duchy of Mercia down here, or the Emirate of Mercia rather, which is still held by the previous guy, though now he no longer owns the land in it, but we could, I guess, usurp it if we want to. We might do later. In the meantime, we have a Holy War cooldown, which is going to take another 3 years to expire, so we won't be doing another Holy War for at least that long. We also don't have any de jure claims to press now. We have all of our de jure territory of Aragon. So I guess we might not be going to war for a little while here, which is probably okay. I think we have some significant opinion penalties, relatively significant, for having had our vassals' troops raised for a long time, so we'll just stay at peace and let them calm down a bit. Why did I let off that peasant accused from poaching? I guess he needed the deer more than me. He gained the kind trait, okay. Good to know. We do have a child who lacks a guardian. This is my granddaughter. Anyone whose opinion we need to improve? How about this Duke? What's he annoyed about? Partially because I'm dishonorable. Okay. Well, you can educate my granddaughter and that will make you like me better. So, we are still, I think, trying to kill this Baron, who I should never have given this castle to. Since he's still in hiding, I think we'll just stop that. I sort of have a better idea of what can happen when you keep trying to plot to kill somebody who's in hiding. Basically, you get the event that allows you to pay either 60-ish gold or 200-ish gold for, I guess, a chance to kill him. But I've never had it succeed. So we'll just stop trying to kill him, maybe he'll come out of hiding, then we can start plotting again. I have another granddaughter. So we would like to take that castle. We are actually 2 below our domain limit now. So we could even build another castle, which would make the county of Barcelona here pretty great. We are making money despite the fact that we're reinforcing retinue right now. Are we at reduced reinforcement rate? We are. Maybe I'll put it back up to max and we'll let it actually finish reinforcing. It's only costing us a small amount of money, so it's just really going to stall our income for a while. Most of my vassals have decided to cooperate in order to improve their own situation. While this doesn't directly affect me, it does make them a greater potential danger to my rule. On the other hand, it may be easier to squeeze some extra coin or levies from them if the need should arise. So they'll cooperate in economic development. And they are also meeting to discuss the quality of my rule. Okay. They've been pretty happy with me so far. And they've discussed it previously. So hopefully that continues. It is hunting season. We could stand to gain some good traits from hunting, so let's go do that. I will find the white stag. And let's go on a pilgrimage, I suppose, afterwards. Since if we're going to be at peace for a while, we may as well get through some of the various decisions and events we have. Okay, so this is fine sport. My daughter can marry the heir to the Kingdom of Hungary. Yes. Let's do that. Alright, didn't get much out of that one. That's fine though. We can go on another hunt, I think. Or is it September, October? I can never remember. We can click it, but I don't know when it actually fires. No, it's August or September, yeah. Okay. Why don't we hold a feast and then we can go on a pilgrimage in the spring, since that seems to make more sense anyway. Another arranged marriage from Hungary. Is this the same one that I just clicked OK to? Let's see if this goes away. Okay. Yeah. That was the case. So this is still kind of far off being reinforced. We'll let it continue though. The conjurer produced a rabbit from a hat, then made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and then he simply vanished from the room, only to knock on the door and open it a few seconds later. Yes, we'll definitely pay 10 gold to have him perform at our feast. The fire blasted right past my face, and I felt how my hair started to curl away from the fire. The fire eater had been a bit too careless for my taste, but his troop and he was clearly greatly skilled. The guests would be impressed, or too dangerous. I don't want my guests to catch fire. No, we'll definitely have them at the feast. If you catch fire at my feast, I'm going to blame you. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. I guess I don't have the option to spend lavishly, so am I temperate? Is that why? Yeah. So I'll just spend enough on food to satisfy everyone's hunger. Most of the preparations will be made, and I have to send out the invitations. Okay. Oh, right, okay. I guess it's not too surprising he wouldn't want to attend my feast. Since we've been diligently trying to murder him for a long time. Okay, the guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked better. Let's greet everyone. Some of the guests did not seem satisfied with the food, but I would never have thought one of them would have complained out loud. Count Tetbald said a lot of nasty stuff about the food, and I couldn't help but feel irritated. You don't have something nice to say, shut up. Exactly. You big jerk. Where are you? The conjurer's magic tricks enchanted and charmed my guests at the feast. The women squealed with delight when he produced a rabbit from the hat, and the men laughed when he made my crown disappear and found it under the jester's hat. Okay. We get plus 10 prestige, and this guy really liked it. Okay. Good. People exclaimed in wonder and fear when the fire eaters performed after the performance was over. Many eyebrows and beards were singed, but none of the guests seemed to care when they applauded the fire eaters. So 10 more prestige. And that other guy is extremely amused. Do you want to keep an eye on this guy? Since he's such an ornery character. The last of the guests has returned home, and everyone agreed that it was this year's greatest feast. You better agree. I'm the king, you know. I had great fun, and so did everyone else. Alright, so that went pretty well. Not that we had any opinion problems that we needed to address, but still. Is this guy still in hiding? He's no longer in hiding. Good. Let's see if we can get a plot off before he goes into hiding again. In the meantime, I guess we will go on a pilgrimage. Not sure if this is actually going to interrupt my plot, since I'll have a regency. I guess we'll see. I shall go on a pilgrimage to seek God's grace at one of the holy places of Christianity. Start making travel plans. There are a number of different holy places that you could visit on your pilgrimage. All of them are considered most sacred by the Holy Church, but a somewhat closer destination might mean a safer journey. I could visit a holy site in the west, or one of the ancient sites, Jerusalem or Rome. I think the one in the west is maybe just Santiago, so that would kind of be cheating. I think I'll go to Jerusalem or Rome. Maybe we'll go to Rome. How about? My nephew Lorenzo wants a fief of his own. Well, no. I need every fief I can get, I'm afraid. My things are packed, everything is in order. Soon I will walk the streets of the Eternal City and see all its marvels. I did remember to click the auto-invite button there, good. Okay, my son is my regent, that's fine. I guess my plot does still continue, so that's good. I could legitimize... Who is this? Beltran Ramirez. Is that my son? Ah, okay. Okay, we had a county converted to Catholic faith, which is good. Where is my court chaplain working at the moment? Was it that county that got converted? I don't know. Either way, he can start working over there anyway. You have spent the last few days of your journey on water. The vessel you were traveling on rocks gently in the breeze as the sailors go about their business. Being on board ship is quite unlike being on land. So much is it different, so many strange words for all the things here. Starboard, abaft, aground. What does it all mean? It's fascinating. I must take the opportunity to learn so I could gain martial or learning, or I could spend my time in prayer and gain piety. We're good for piety, I think, so let's try to gain martial or learning. We didn't. That's fine though. Let's get my granddaughter in education here. Sure. This count can do it. During the last couple of days, you have made company on the road with a holy knight on his way to the same destination. You have lively and interesting conversations, and you find that you have many things in common. How unexpected to make a new friend this far from home. Or I have no need for friends, I can possibly gain the trait shy, which I don't think I want. I'd rather keep a decent diplomacy score. So let's gain a new friend. I've made friends with Simon de Guinkamp, as it may well be pronounced. Well, that's good. He's from the Knights Templar. Rome. You have finally arrived at Rome. As you enter the Eternal City, you are struck by the many ancient buildings and monuments that you pass by. It is truly impressive, and you try to imagine how the apostles felt when they first came here on their holy mission, at a time when the city's power was at its peak. Though large areas seem to be depopulated, the city still boasts an impressive population concentrated around the Tiber River. The holy sites you want to visit are primarily the basilicas of St. Peter and St. Paul, as well as other early churches and places connected to the martyrs. You start making your way to the center of the city, hoping that you won't get lost in traffic as the crowds start to get more dense. 1,000 roads lead men forever to Rome. The saints, this holy ground, how it all moves my soul. I realize now that all my life up to this point has only been a preparation for this journey. How wondrous that the light of the Lord truly shines in me, a poor sinner. From now on I shall always do his work. Praise God. Yeah, we will indeed continue to do his work. You have finally returned from your pilgrimage. It was rewarding and it was a rewarding and interesting journey, and you'd do it all again if you could. Still, it's good to be back home. So I gained the trait Pilgrim and 30 piety. My regency has ended. I can now hold a grand tournament if I so desire, which I don't think I do desire. It's such a wonderful bouquet. The complex blend of flavors spreads over my tongue just as the warmth spreads in my belly. These monks certainly know how to make a fine wine. Let's not risk becoming a drunkard, I think. We'll just say thanks, but no thanks. Okay. So we had another son become of legal age. Let's see if there's anyone else we can invite to this plot, because being such a holy pilgrim as I am, it still does not preclude me from plotting bloody murder against my legal vassals. There are quite a lot of people we could bribe. I guess it could probably get us up to 200%. Actually, without actually adding up all the numbers, I think we'd still be a bit short of 200%, and it would be very expensive to get all of these people. So I don't think I'll bother doing that. I think I'll just leave it as is. So he became an amateurish plotter. He's a fairly average to decent character, actually. Let's see if we can marry him to anybody interesting. Duchess of Poitou. We marry him to the Duchess of Aquitaine. I don't know if putting somebody who might eventually gain a claim to my kingdom on the throne of Aquitaine is necessarily a good idea, since Aquitaine is very powerful. Princess of Poland, maybe? Oberlothringen? Let's go for a Princess of Wales, actually. Sure. So we need to appoint a new court chaplain. We don't really have anybody good. I guess I'll appoint this bishop and we'll have him proselytize over here. You accept the suggestion of marriage. Good. After a lively evening at court where everyone drank, laughed, and feasted, me and Kapika were left alone by the late hours, and after everyone retired to their quarters, we happily chatted for some time about the most diverse topics as the servants prayed that we dismiss them. Finally, as fatigue was starting to show, I suggested we take the conversation to the bedroom. No better way to conclude a day. Also, since it's approaching summer, or it's actually summer, we'll hold a summer fair. I'm gonna queue up another grand hunt as well, while we're at it, for when autumn rolls around. I had invited a monkey trainer to the summer fair, and the performance went well until one of the monkeys refused to ride on top of a pig. The trainer beat the monkey with a stick, which led the other monkeys to attack the trainer, biting him and hitting him with his own stick. So you can say, serves him right, and this guy will like us more, or pay him to go away. Serves him right. So my vassals are gradually getting less annoyed about the whole levy raising thing. The summer fair's archery contest went very well. The clout and the space around it was filled with arrows. Some of them had hit the bullseye, some of them had missed the clout altogether. The winner was a modest man who disappeared rather quickly after he collected his prize. So we can gain the trait paranoid, or say good archer, that man. Seems good. And we have a new pope. My marshal caught the peddlers selling stolen goods red-handed, so he can execute them publicly, lowering revolt risk and 25% chance of gaining cruel, which I think I would probably rather not have. Or seize his goods and lock him up for 5 gold, which is what we're going to do. My wife is pregnant. At the age of 47, pretty impressive actually. She's an impaler. Good lord. Why didn't I know this? She also has gonorrhea. Well, that is kind of unfortunate. Do I have gonorrhea? I assume I wouldn't know if I had gonorrhea. The peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players, and the other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. It was great fun while it lasted. So your efforts to squeeze extra taxes out of the population have met with resistance, and you have raised the revolt risk and annoyed my vassals. Okay. He still hasn't gone back into hiding, but our plot still hasn't fired either, so we'll just continue to wait on that one. The bishop is boasting about how much better a hunter he is compared to you just because he killed a large deer on his own. Oh, la-di-da, I killed a deer. So we can imprison him, which seems a little bit of an overreaction to me, or I can thank God for him. Well, we are a pious man, so I guess we'll do that. Call to arms from Robert of Sicily against the Roman Empire. Okay, I'll accept. Maybe we'll actually go help. I'm kind of assuming... Oh, he's actually attacking the Roman Empire, I guess, for this county. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, well, this war disrupts our grand hunt. We are forced to cancel our activities. There is always next autumn. We do get one last event, though. I am out in the woods, and I see a mighty stag while my party is hunting. What are the odds? For 5 prestige, or we can gain Noble Heart for a year. Or we can take a chance of getting wounded, maimed, or killed for having a mighty trophy for a year. I think we'll spare its majesty. That sounds okay. But we're out of time for this episode, so thanks for watching. Join me again next time when we'll maybe actually go and help out our ally here in this war.